And good morning and welcome back to Fallout 4 Horizon 1.8. This is just my how-to series, and today we're doing how... Oh, I lost my voice then. How to heal and recover effectively. So, the first thing is, I hope you're all well. I hope you're keeping safe. And as I said, I hope you had a good holiday. Now, there are very few ways to heal in Horizon. Food, water, none of that will do that. We have a look at some items. Well, actually, if we just go to cooking, it's probably a lot easier. We went to beverages. Purified water. What does it do? It just hydrates you. It will also get rid of any fire effects on you. Nothing else. Sanitized water. Atomic scotch. Get coffee. Cures illnesses. Hydrates. Outdoor vision. Melon juice. Resistances. And as you can see, no. There is just nothing here that heals apart from the basic healing items in the game or visiting a doctor. Now, healing, a bandage. You do need to pick up stuff. It is adhesive, antiseptic and cloth. When you first start, antiseptic is in fairly short supply. Antiseptic, likewise cloth, bizarrely enough, also fairly short supply, but you should have enough to make a few bandages. Now, the bandage will only apply and only cure hit points of damage. And as you can see, it will apply in you cannot apply in combat. You've got to get out of combat before you can put a bandage in. Also, while you are healing, and it takes 1 minute 10 seconds here, you are subject to 20% extra damage. So if you are really ill, run away from combat. That's the best thing you can do. The only thing you can apply in combat is a combat stim pack or an ultra combat stim pack, which will do, it lasts 50 seconds. And as you can see, there is no bonus damage you take while you are healing. Okay, so it is useful, but they are like gold dust. My level 33 character, I think, has got something like about 14. And I've made a couple. Not many. But as you see, to make them, you need chemistry and medical first. And that's a fair way away. 60 skill in each. That's chemistry or medical at least 3 times. Or lots of practice using stuff or magazines. So that's not going to happen for a bit. Anyway, you have a bandage. Now the trauma kit, if we come out of here, if we have a look at my perks, not my perks, my status. You see here where I have a damaged limb. That is not cured by a bandage. That is cured by a trauma kit. Where are we? We go to aid. And we go trauma kit. I have a few. Here we are. So as you can see down the bottom right, show effects. Trauma kit is working to cure my wounds, but I can't sprint. Because obviously it's healing your wounds. And if we let it finish, you see, can't sprint. The best I can do. Okay. Now, as your levels progress and as your experience progresses, you will be able to heal. You'll get first aid kits, which requires medical 60. Fairly expensive, but by the time you're at medical 60, that won't be so expensive. A medicated bandage is your next in line, medical 30, which is a book and a skill take. Or there are some perks that will add not 20 but 5 or 10 skill points. So that's healing. Medicated bandage, anything you apply out of combat, apart from the combat stim pack, will Cause grief. Okay, the trauma and first aid don't. The first aid, though, when you get to it, is very useful. Limb damage slowly over time and hit points. It does it all. It's kind of useful. The adrenaline injector is the old sort of stim pack type thing. All that is, that's used to revive companions, and it gives you +3 adrenaline per use. And adrenaline is very much like it was in standard. Fallout 4. Now, as you can see, antiseptic. You can now an antiseptic and pharmaceuticals. Whoop, where is it? Trauma kit, pharmaceuticals. If you go to ingredients, you can make antiseptic from alcohol, basically. Whiskey you can use in other things, but bourbon or bourbon, depending on where you're from. Rum or vodka are fairly easy to come by. If you've got a gourd, glowing fungus, purified water, silver and acid, and a Chema 90, again, you can make some. You can also make wild antiseptic with lots of plants, some pharmaceuticals, and a survival skill of 30. Now, pharmaceuticals. You've got various different ways you can do this. You can use drugs and some plants, make them. Or you can make just out of chems and acid. Or tarberries are a very good source, but day tripper, very rare, so you're not going to make many of those. And 8, again, it's a mixture of all of them, and we have one down here. Pharmaceuticals, muck fruit, brain fungus. It's fruits, plants, some things that you should be collecting. Acid and chems is really where you are to make them. So you can make basic bandages straight off the cuff.
What are you building?
Oh, nothing, Preston. Right, now I'll bring you back in a second because I will show you a place where there is a good supply of adhesive when you first start. So back in a flash, because I have found that adhesive, like most things, is the early gate. So we'll see you in a tick. Hold on. And here we are, and welcome back. And as you can see, we're in Concord. Now, if you don't want to get involved in the fight at Concord because you've just started and you don't want to get butchered, if you come round the back here, the speakeasy is where you want to head to. And the reason is, I don't suppose it's going to be here now. However, there is a camera that always spawns here. Camera that always spawns here. So if you want crystal at early game. Oh, no point taking it. This is an old save file. Down here, you have got some glue here, some glue here. And there's a chance there'll be some in here, and I think there's even some over there. Oh, and there might be some there. So you can down here get at least 4 or 5 adhesive, provided you're not on desolation mode. So that's a good place to get adhesive. Cloth you can get from scrapping clothing, to be quite frank. So if you find any raiders, and there's always a dead one over here when you first arrive in Concord, you can sneak in, come here. I have been known to just grab and pull.
Yo, psst.
Nope.
Point it out.
Yeah, go away. So, oh, here we are, Brotherhood. Okay. So, it's a very easy initially to get those sorts of things. So I hope that helps. I don't need to go back. This is a save file. So I don't need to go... No, I just said that, didn't I? Oh, blooming heck. So I hope that helps. Oh, one last thing to do. I'll bring you back in a tick. Is about doctors. Won't be a second. And welcome back, and here we are.
I can patch you up if you need it.
For a small fee, of course.
Of course.
Of course. So, when you interact with the doctor,
Tell me your symptoms.
yeah, that'll do.
I'm pretty beat up.
You see, there's a menu now.
Better stitch you up before infection sets in, though.
Although I'm not sure I'd go to it. Look how dirty she is. However, as you can see, everything has its own price. And the minimum charge of 30 caps. Now, it would cost me 187 caps. I am not addicted. However, one of the mechanics, as I understand it, for Horizon is there is like a countdown for addiction. So suppose you took some drugs, the countdown will start, and then when it's over, you can then be addicted to something else. If you pay that price, that will reset it. That's my understanding of what it is. I don't tend to do that many drugs, but if I did, I'd pay the price, to be quite frank. However, if you come down here, you can do everything. So you can just go cure it all, off. 187 caps, gone out the window. Or you can do wounds and radiation, wounds only. Radiation, radiation exposure or poisoning. I'm not sure what poisoning is. I think that's purely down to a higher level. I've never really been one of those players who gets a lot of radiation. Probably about a third is the most I've ever done. But you can cure your limbs, cure disease, and it's fairly self-explanatory. However, it's expensive.
And that's that.
And that's
Anything
it.
else bothering you?
No, thank you. No.
Never mind. We're done.
Very
Okay.
well then.
And
Nice to.
let's just do this. The other thing you can get, doctors always tend to have a fair few caps, which is nice. But they also will have some bandages, trauma kits. If you go through them, I don't know if you noticed,
It's good to see you.
but the supplies.
Doctors around these days.
Yep, come on. Yep,
Yeah. See what?
Now go over your symptoms.
yep, come on,
No injuries that I know of.
Glad to hear it.
come on. Because I'm not ill.
Actually, it's nothing.
On your way.
When
then.
you look at the menu, it will tell you when the doctor will restock. And it could be a fair time. So if you buy all the bits, you might have to wait for a while. However, as you can see, how useful is this? But you've got to bear in mind, this is a 30 plus level character, so there will be a few more things available here. Oh, even an advanced filter. But to buy it, you have to have caps. So there you go. Okay. I hope that's been of some use. And there you go.
Yeah.
As an aside, every settlement should have a doctor and a bar. Whoop. Because he hasn't got anything. As you can see, I've sold everything to him already. Because he's kind of handy, right next to the house. So I think that's everything for today. I hope that answers your question. As I've said before, if it leaves some questions unanswered for you, let me know, and I will see if I can get those answered for you. Between now and the next vid, please take care, keep safe, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. And well, ta-da for now. Bye bye.